Welcome everyone to episode 35. This is Keith Tucker, aka K-1, and this is the K-1 Agenda Show. My weekly show about everything I'm doing, what's coming, the past, future, everything that's going on with Optic Studios and my record label, Puzzlebox Records. First off, I'd like to just say, it's almost Christmas. I think Christmas will be next week. I shoot my videos on Wednesday, so I'm finished with my Christmas shopping, just waiting for everything to arrive. And you know how that is with the COVID situation, and then, all the people doing this nowadays and trying to get mail sent. It's like double the mail now, so it's kind of tough. But I hope I get my stuff before Christmas. Also, I'm doing a weekly show. It's been pretty cool now because I'm getting a little bit better at it. I'm getting better at editing, and also just a quicker recording time. I'm getting it recorded and edited in the same day. So I just wanted to say, yesterday I was still working on a special project, and then I got two visitors. I got two guys from Strand came by, let me hear their white label, and I wanted to say, hey, special shouts out to Strand, Brian Bonds, Brian Boyer. They came over, and I want to just say congrats to those guys because they have their upcoming new release on their Hard Bonder record label that they have, and it's called Space Age Polymers, and it comes out in 2021. And I got a chance to hear the white label, hear the test pressing, man, and they never disappoint. The stuff was just A1 pristine, mastered. The sound is impeccable, and I'm hoping that they can help bring true techno back, just beautiful sounding music that you're not sampling anything, you're just actually making sounds and creating stuff with your keyboards and making beautiful strings. And that's what Strand is known to do. I've been working with those guys for a long time, man, and I'm actually a fan. I've always liked their music, and I have no problem with hyping them up and promoting them, man, because I'm looking forward to more stuff that they're doing. I'm also doing a release later in 2021 with a collaboration with Strand. But I want to send shouts out to Strand. Thanks for stopping by, man. We was talking for hours, man. We had a good time, and I got a chance to let them hear some music as well. On another note, I just wanted to bring up what I was working on when they did come over here. It's my special Sci-Fi project. It's actually, I'm on the 7th track out of 9. So I completed 7 tracks. And the track titles are Conceptions, Portals, Foregone, Mutations, Ocean Worlds, Solaris, and Neverwhere. So hopefully this weekend I can get those finally finished, which means I'm just finished making them. Then I have to go to the task of arranging and mastering them and stuff. But I'm trying to come up with a project name for it, and that'll be the last thing that I have to do with that. And I'm very proud of this project because I really took time to learn more about construction of orchestration and, creating drama and mood, which I thought I was good at, but it's still a lot more to it than I thought. And you can never stop learning or getting better. And I'm looking forward to that. This project is very important to me, and I hope that it leads me to do some things in the future. So, like I said in my social media, everyone, please wish me luck. Thank you. Okay, Puzzlebox Records news. I just want to give you just a heads up of just a few things that are happening that's been happening with Puzzlebox Records and all the releases that I have coming out and different collabs. First up in 2021 is my collaboration with a legend and someone that I admire. I'm a fan, Dopplereffect and K-1. The EP is called Stargazing, and it's coming in 2021 on my Puzzlebox Records. Here's the artwork. Also, Anthony Rother, DJ Dijjital, and me with the new EP called ROBOTICS, which will be coming out on Mechatronica Records in 2021. This collaboration was great because these are two guys that I've known for a long time and admired their music. And plus, you know, DJ Dijjital was on Direct Beat, so I knew Lamont when he first got on the label, the original Direct Beat labels. Also, coming in 2021 will be my Optic Nerve EP called Far Away, and that's coming on Soma Records in 2021. But out now, you can get it, DJ Godfather and DJ K-1, Detroit Electro Ghetto Tech. It's available on digital format, but the vinyl won't come out until January 2021, and that will be distributed by Clone. Everybody knows Clone Records. Also, I just found out this morning through some orders through Ivan Pete that does the shipping and stuff. PBX30, which is Alien FM monochromatic images, is now sold out. So we will be getting a repressing on that. And also, PBX31 Mad Scientist is sold out. That's the release with me and Tommy from AUX88. And I'm going to put in for a repressing, so we should have those in January of 2021. I'm also going to be repressing Modular World on Puzzlebox Records, which is a K1 EP, and we're going to repress that for 2021. We also are sold out of that. Once again, Modular World, that's the K1 EP on my Puzzlebox Records. But right now, as we do every week, check out all the merchandise and all the artwork I've created. Check it out. The new merchandise page with a lot of my art and everything that's coming out that you can buy, all the Puzzlebox art, all the AUX88 art, all the label art I did with, you know, laptop bags, t-shirts, hoodies. Here's the link for my Puzzlebox Records store. So please check it out. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be promoting that a lot, as well as on social media. I will also be promoting where you can buy all my music as far as, you know, vinyl, what stores carry it. Also, digital media where you can buy my whole catalog is available everywhere via iTunes, Deezer, you know, whatever digital outlets there is. You can get everything there. Question of the week. Question of the week. What drives me to make these videos every week and do all the things that I do? Well, before the pandemic, I mean, I was doing a lot of stuff, but the pandemic just kind of made me realize, like, you never know when it's your last day, last time on this earth, and you got to make every day count. And I made sure that I'm a recording artist, so I got my butt in the studio and stayed in the studio and kept making music. I realized just looking through social media and different people I met over the past, it was like, you know, it's a lot of people who know who I am and know what I've done, but there's so many more who don't know who I am in the electronic and electro and techno genre. A lot of people don't know who I am, and that's very important, because now you need to keep working so that you can reach a whole new generation. That's what drives me to do a weekly show. So when all this is said and done, and my last day is spent on planet Earth, this little revolving rock in the universe, I can actually say, or anyone who's interested and hears my stuff, you can go back and look at all these shows. You can go back and find all this music, everything I've ever done, and, you know, discover me and learn more about me. So I'm leaving something behind. a lot of people don't think about that. You're just living, and you're not thinking about, what you're leaving behind or doing what you love, what your passion is. And for me to spend time doing, my studio work, working out when it gets warmer. I have been slacking. um, you know, Working out, doing my music, doing the weekly videos, working on my live show, doing my artwork, running my label, social media, all of that. That's just a part of it. And I will honestly say in 2021, if things don't get better, then that tells me that I didn't even work hard enough. So that means I'd have to work even more harder in 2021 to work harder. And I don't have a problem with that. So I want to leave my mark. That's the main reason why I'm doing this. And I think, I've done a lot. I put a lot into this genre, and I have a lot more to give and a lot more for people to see, because it's not just about the music. It's about who I am, and did you learn a lot about me, what type of person I am. Very passionate. I'm a person who's very professional and gets things done. Not only gets them done, get them done in a timely manner. But as always, like I say, great question. If anyone has any more questions, please email Puzzlebox at puzzleboxrecords.com, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. You can always send me messages on social media. When I'm not recording, I'll be checking it. I always answer people. I try to answer everybody's messages back if they make any logical sense. But I would like to say this: please, anyone, if you're interested in getting on my label or all that stuff and me putting your music out, please don't message me. It's not that I don't like the music. I'm just not interested right now. This is what this show is about. It's called the K-1 Agenda. It's about K-1 and my music and what I'm trying to do. So I would suggest for anybody, put your money where your mouth is. Put your own music out. You'll feel so much more fulfilled. Thank you. Old pick and video. This one is a really good one. I was talking to Tony the other day, and I'm going to put these pictures up. This is a picture of me and Tony when we were doing, we did like a little tour in Estonia and Riga and some of these other like Russian territories, man. And I believe Eamon Doyle from D1 set this up. And it was me, Black Tony, and Rob Rowland. So we were doing a live show and Rob was DJing. So we went over and we were doing some shows, and we had a driver after we flew on the plane from Dublin to go to Riga. And I'll never forget this. It's not funny, but me and Tony was thinking about it. We were leaving we were leaving after we did all the dates, and we were on our way back I think we were actually driving from one city to another city. That's what it was. And I remember we come to this customs area where they have like a big guard shack and everything, and they stopped us. And we got our passport. We wasn't worried or whatever, but it was just kind of like they stopped us. They had weapons and stuff drawn and everything, and they told us to get out and go over to the building where the office is. So we get out and we go. And me and Tony like, okay, we get out. It's me, Tony, Rob, and the driver. And as soon as we get there, they say, okay, we want to see your passports. We want to know where you're going. You have any paperwork to say where you're going? So me and Tony put our passports up, and we said we're going to another city to play live. Tony put his passport up. I put my passport up. The driver put his passport up. Rob Rowland was going through his bag and couldn't find his passport. So you should have saw the guys. They were like big muscular dudes, and they had like no smile, no facial expression, just like hard. And they was like, passport. And I'll never forget, Rob had just did an interview and he got the magazine. He pulled the magazine out to try to show them who he was. And they was like, that is not a passport. Oh my God, me and Tony was looking at each other. So what they ended up telling us to do, they said, okay, get in the car, no, it was in a van, get in the minivan, pull over to, it was like almost like an airplane hangar. That's the oval type. And they had these bars in the door. And so they had a guy there waiting, and we had to drive in there. And I'm like, oh my God. So we go in there, and the guy says, we want to check out the all the stuff that you have in here. And Rob still said, well, I don't know where my passport is. And they was like, that is not the passport. All I remember was the one guy came back to us, and I will say this, we were scared, but me and Tony just tried to act like it wasn't. But what I did notice, they treated us so well with respect. They were just like, you have your passport? Mr. Tucker, you have your passport? Yes. Right there, okay. Mr. Horton, you have your passport. That's Black Tony. And then they asked the other guy, he had his. They said, you three can go. And Rob, you will be staying here until you call somebody to bring your passport or get one shipped here. So, we from the old school. Me and Tony was like, well, if he got to stay over, we'll stay. They was like, no, you're getting in your van now and you're leaving. I will never forget that. Never. And it's not funny, but it was just like, oh my God. All we kept thinking when we was on the road, Rob had to stay. So he ended up calling Eamon, and I think they went and got some paperwork sent to him. So he met us in the other city. But man, we were so afraid for him, and that was a learning thing. Whenever you go overseas, have all your paperwork and have your passport. So me and Tony always look at each other like, that is not the passport. But we did, here's some more pictures of when we played the gig, and it was really nice. We did a lot of stuff. I can't even remember exactly. It was probably about 3 to 4 cities that we played, man, and we had a ball, man, and Rob was DJing, and it was just like, man, I'll never forget the look on his face when we had to leave, and we didn't want to leave. We were going to stay, but he looked so sad, man. I'm like, Rob, wherever you are, man, salute, man. I hope you're doing okay, and it was always a pleasure to see Rob when we came over. He was always treated us really good, and good. I hope you're doing all right, Rob. Also, I want to show you, this is from, I believe, 2003. It's a story behind this video. It was a date for the Oxman tour, which was me, Tony, and Positronics, which is BJ at the time. And I remember I was coming from another city. I was DJing to meet them in Berlin, which is where the original Tresor Club was. We were playing in Berlin. And the airlines had lost my case of records. So I get there, they had been waiting for me and stuff, and get there, and I got no records, and I'm supposed to DJ at Tresor, the world famous Tresor. We had a live show, then afterwards I was supposed to DJ. So what I thought was amazing, and I didn't really think much of it till Tony reminded me some years ago. They took me into Tresor where they have the vault of all their records and everything that came out on their label and stuff. And they just told me, just pick everything you want. So I picked all the records, picked all the records. And I went and DJ'd. And it was one of the best DJ sets I ever did. I didn't know none of those records. But it was so, man, if you've ever been to the original Tresor and you've been down there with a cage at, man, that's like pandemonium. There's like so much energy. It was beautiful, man. And I played an all minimal set. It was just like banging techno, boom, 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 boom. And it was just like people were going crazy. I'll never forget that night. Here's a little bit of video footage that I actually have. Homeboy, partner, Black Tony always had his camera handy, man, or his little, little camera and stuff. And he videotaped it. So check this out. was monumental for me, man. It was like, oh man, that was one of my best DJ sets, man. I had so much fun, and I can honestly say that I had a chance to DJ in the original, legendary Tresor Club in the downstairs area where legendary Jeff Mills and Mike Banks of UR first played and all that stuff, man. So that was amazing. And once again, shouts out to everybody at Tresor, man. Every time we play there every year, man, they always treat you like royalty, man. Berlin is like a second home. That's the brother and the kinship between Berlin and Tresor Club is amazing. And Dimitri, the owner, man, has always just, every time you see him, man, he just treats you with love and, a fellowship. Thank you. Shouts out to Dimitri and everybody at Tresor. Shout outs this week. This guy, man, I remember when I first got on Direct Beat, I used to see all these records all the time. He was being distributed by Submerge, and the label was called Matrix Records. And I was like, man, there was just a lot of unique techno stuff coming out on this. And I want to send shouts out, man. You're a legend. You're a legend, man. You was early in the game. This is Sean Deason, man, and I just want to send shouts out, man. I always loved your music. I always loved your, he always was really quiet demeanor, man. But he was so talented. He also did a lot of early artwork for all the labels, including the early stuff for Direct Beat that he did, the original artwork for some of the albums. But this is Sean Deason. Shouts out, another Detroit legend. I don't think Sean is really in the game anymore, but shouts out, Sean Deason. Second person, I want to send this, man. I was thinking about him the other day, man, and he has since passed away. It's been some years he's passed away, but I met him playing overseas, and he was a good friend of Anthony Rother. His name is Roy Abney. He used to run the Electro Nation radio show. And he always, man, every time I saw Roy, man, he was so nice, man. And he was very educated on everything that I was doing and everyone else. He knew the songs. He knew everything about you, all about Detroit and everything. And I actually recorded, I had him record, well, actually, I kept the recording of the last time that I actually was on his radio show. And here's some audio footage of that. Wow, that's amazing.
Electro Nation. Roy Abney.
And welcome to another edition of a very special Electro Nation Queen's Day special here. Almost live from the Kink FM studios. And today we have very, very, very special guests here in the studio. Especially here now in Europe. Keith Tucker from Ox 88, among other things. And later, of course, also Cosmic Force. Hey, Ruben.
Hey, Roy. How are you?
How do you hear me? I'm very, very good.
Yeah, what you up to on Queen's Night?
Well, today, of course, we have the very special Lecture Love in the Sugar Factory in Amsterdam. That's going to be an amazing night and day, and I'm sure I'm not going to remember anything about it next week, so that's the way to keep on having this fun. Just don't remember it. And you?
I'll be at Mayday tomorrow.
I don't hear you for some reason.
I agree.
I think now I'm going to hear you.
Oh. I'm going to Mayday tomorrow.
Yeah, Ruben just joined us.
Wow.
Sorry about all of this.
Yeah.
So we're going to Mayday Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, with a big hangover.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, but hi Keith, welcome to our studio.
Good to see you again, Roy.
We can just redirecting here the microphone.
Okay, that's better.
So we're catching you here like towards the end of your European tour.
Well, the first month, because the whole year will be the Rated Aux tour.
Yeah, and it is all to celebrate this new release, right?
Yeah, coming out in June on Submerge Recordings. It's already released in Japan as of December. Anyone who really wants to pick it up now can get it via digital download from DetroitDigitalVinyl.com.
And we're going to put the link on this, of course, on all of our websites.
Cool.
Yeah. So people can find all the way how to download and to get it digitally.
Promotion.
Yay! This show it's all about. But yeah, we have a lot of listeners, a lot of also young listeners who don't know too much about like really your importance. You know, because as long as I know, I really like the stuff you did, and you did it for so long with everybody that I respect. So perhaps you can give like a short kind of like background to show, because I know it's huge. You've done so much stuff.
It's expanded a long time. I first got signed to Metroplex, Juan Atkins' label, as Frequency. Stayed there for about 2 years. Hooked up with Tommy Hamilton, who I used to be in a group after high school in called RX-7. We formed AUX88. Direct Beat created a label called Direct Beat. So because one of our partners turned in the wrong demo tape with our electro on it instead of our house music. So they created Direct Beat, and Direct Beat gave us a chance to expand on the different styles of music that we do. It gave me a chance to do my solo stuff as K-1, Optic Nerve, and Alien FM. It gave Tom a chance to do not only the AUX88 stuff we collaborated on, but Micronauts, Exile. Then we had a third member, BJ, who was Positronics. He had a chance to do the Positronics and also some AUX88 tracks.
And what year we're talking about now? Like
we're talking like from about 1992.
Ooh.
And I signed to Metroplex in 91. So we're pretty much kind of spawned from the whole 80s thing. So we were in high school in the 80s listening to Cybertron and Kraftwerk. And we just kind of jumped into it because no one was doing any new music at the time. All we kept hearing was the same track. So we kind of got together. Tom was in a local dance troupe. I was a mobile DJ. And we just liked the music, and we just decided to buy drum machines, keyboards. And one night we got a call from a company that was forming like a dance, like a whole group of artists to go around and tour the local schools and colleges. So we had to come up with a group name because we didn't want to do hip-hop. We didn't want to do R&B. We said, you know what? We're going to just form an electro group. That'll just be something different. We were doing Planet Rock, Clear, Hashim, a lot of Miami bass, Egyptian Lover tracks. And the crowd would always go nuts because it was just something different. Yeah. So we decided, hey, let's try to get signed to a label. And that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's going a full cycle. I mean, what you're mentioning then, it was like almost like 20 years later, 2002, I think it was a kind of going almost a full cycle of people saying, yeah, you know, like we want to hear something new or something a bit different. Now it's kind of a whole revolution for these electronic sounds going on around. And you're here still doing all these exciting new tracks, because the first track that we opened the show with was
It's called We Are the Future.
And that's from the newest...
Yep, from the new album that's coming out. Yep, and I mean, we're just glad right now that it's such a buzz right now with us having a tour that's lasting all year to go out and promote it, because our style of electro really never died. A lot of people think that electro's kind of dead, but it's never been dead in Detroit, because you have to go to an underground party and experience it. They're still playing it. They always play it. It'll always be played. So our thing was, it was just a chance for the original AUX88, me and Tommy Hamilton, to get back together after arguing, fussing, fighting, you know, like hating each other for a few years. And then we kind of grew up a little bit, you know, and just decided, man, hey, you know, I was the only one out of all of them that kept going on doing my solo stuff with my label and stuff. And he gave me a call and just said, hey, man, let's just do this again and just have fun and create some new music. And Submerge was like ready to get behind us and put it out and everything.
I'm really glad. Let's play another track from the album, and then continue. Of course, there's so much more to ask you.
Cool.
So you can choose. It's your show tonight.
I think it's it might be track 4. I think it's called We Make Beats.
Okay, I'm gonna as soon as this very slow CD player. That's the right one?
No, that's Rated Aux.
So track.
That might be track 2 then. It might be the track 2. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. We like this live. That's the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna come back straight after this track. Electronation till 10 o'clock tonight, of course. Don't you forget. Keith Tucker in the studio.
Yes. Roy Abney, rest in heaven. And it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to get a chance to know you, man. And you got so much love. They even have a Facebook page dedicated to you with people who love you and just want to show their support. But I know you're down in heaven smiling down, man, on everybody and the whole Electro. He loved Electro. Thank you, Roy, for helping me get my career in to another level. Because you always, I mean, you just, when it came to doing the radio show, man, you just was like, just a perfect gentleman. Thank you, Roy. And on that note, I want to say, everybody, wear your mask, please be safe, and get ready, because next week is Christmas. I also wanted to say, on that note, if you don't know anything about me, I know what I've done, I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm going to do. And everybody out there, support each other, and do what it is that you want to do. Follow your passion. One love, everybody. See you next time on episode 36, K-1. Hey, I just wanted to say, everyone, please hit that subscribe button for YouTube, and please subscribe to my page. I really have enjoyed all the support I've been getting, but hey, like this and subscribe to this page. Keith Tucker K1. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you.